Hi guys, welcome to our channel Coding with Karthik. So this session we are going to discuss about Python loops. So which is really very important and very useful. So please be focused. And before we start the session, I'm requesting you to please subscribe to our channel Coding with Karthik and like and share these videos. So alright, let's begin the session. So first of all, what is loop? So as the naming itself, we can understand it. It is kind of iteration or iterative process, right? So that means, suppose if you want to execute the same set of statements repeatedly, or I mean, it's kind of during the iteration, right? Let's say if you want to print a sequence from 1 to 10, let's say if you want to print numbers from 1 to 10, right? So you cannot write print statement 10 times, right? Print 1, print 2, and till 10. Like let's say if you want to print n number of n numbers, so then you cannot write n number of times, right, the print statement. So to avoid that, to overcome those issues, we have loops in Python. So basically we have two types of loops in Python: for loop and while loop. And nested loop is kind of, we'll discuss further. So it's kind of using loop inside other loop. Okay. So but mostly we have only two loops, for and while loop, in Python. Okay. And coming back to the examples, so first let me give one example. So first is for loop. So for loop is nothing but which can do the iteration over the sequence, and depends on the till that sequence ends, right? We can execute some set of statements under that loop. So that means basically for loop is used to iterate over the sequences. Like it can be a string, or it can be a list, or it can be a dictionary, or it can be a range of function. So we can it whatever the sequence, right, we can go with the for loop and we can iterate the entire sequence, and we can get the items, or we can get the keys, or we can get the values from the sequence. So everything we can do it using a for loop for sequences. Okay. So this is uses of for loop. And suppose if the for loop syntax is like for I in, let's say if I want to just print from um, 1 to 3. Okay. So if I just print I, let me just run the code. So see this, right? So this is how the for loop works. So that means with just two number of lines, just two lines of code, right? So with these two lines of code, we are able to print 1 to 3. So let me give, let's say 15. So see, it is printing from 1 to 15, right? So this is how for loop works. Okay. And there's one more thing, we can use even else also with for loop. That means, let me give one example. So let me execute this. Yeah, see this. That means here it is printing from in the range 1 to 4. I mean 1 to 5, in the sense it is kind of list from 1 to 4 numbers. Okay. And once that print statement is done, right, so once that iteration is done, so if we use the else statement, it will execute this set of statements under the else. So that's why after the execution of this sequence loop, right, so it is going back to the else, and it is printing the not thing. So whatever the commands we have, right, it is executing those commands. So this is how for loop works in Python. So now let's do one exercise in let's do one exercise. Suppose I have use case, just I have to print something like this. Just give me a thing. So sorry, just I want to print something like this in the console using for loop. Let me do that. So here it is like, first line we have the one number, and second line we have the two times, and third line we have the three times, and fourth line we have the four times, right? So I have to print out this one. So let me give you. So first let me define one variable n equal to 4, and for I in, let me just set one for loop for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. So since I have to print till 4, right? So that's why I'm giving the n plus 1. I have to print the 4 rows, and in for each row I have to print out that specific number for specific number of times, right? So that means I have to print out for I in range of I have to print out those many times. So print I. So here see. So first we are iterating the range of 1 comma n plus 1 means range of 1 comma 5. So which is sequence from 1 to 4. So here I is iterating this sequence 1 to 4, and here we are just getting the for j in range of I. That means it will give, let's say if I is 1, right, then it will give the range of um, 0. I mean just 0 with 0 element. So that is something like I can say like that is something like 0 when I is 1. When I is 2, right, then that is something like this way. When I is 3, then something like this is, so this is something. When I is 4, this is like 0 1 to 4. So here we are getting those sequence here, right? So now if I want to print out just here I have to print out. So let's say I is 1, right? So I have to print out I one time. So that is done. So next I have to print next time I is 2. So I have to print 2 two times, right? So that's why for j in range of 2, that means it will give you sequence 0 comma 1. That means it will iterate two times. So then I will print 2, and again it will come to, like let's say for j in range of 0 comma 1. So then it will print the 5, so it will print 2. Next time it will come like 2 in range of 0 comma 2. So then again it will print 2. So next time it will become 3. I mean next time it will there's no the sequence ends, right? So then it won't iterate. So again it will go to the I. Next time I equal to 3, right? So since we have the sequences 1 2 3 4, right? So next time I is 3. So next it will check j in range of 3, which is like 0 1 2. That means three elements are there. So then it will iterate three times and it will print out three space, I mean 3 3 3. So this is how this works, right? So let me execute. So do you think it will give the same exact console output whatever we are thinking? No. Just let me execute. So here we are getting the required numbers, but we have to place it properly. So for that, basically in Python, the print statement by default ends with new line character. So that means when you write print statement, right? So it will after printing that statement, it will go to the new line. So this is how it works. To avoid that issue, for the print of statement, we can pass one thing, that is end. So by default, it is new line character. So instead of that, we can give some space. Now see, now everything is like in the sequence, but with spaces, right? So, but we need to separate the lines. I mean, we need to separate line, right, for after each number. So that means for after each row. So that means we have to print just empty thing. So here it will consider it by default new line. So after we print out each row, right, like one space one, two space two, three space three, I mean 3 space 3 space 3, right? So in that case it will, after that iteration done, then it will print the new line. So it will come to the next line, this one. So this is like for new rows new lines, right? We are just using this printf. See this, we are getting the expected output. So this is how it works, okay? And next loop, this is all about for loop, okay? If you have any doubt or if you need any clarification, please comment below so by that I can clear out in the next session, okay? Next is while loop. So here if you observe, I'll just comment out this code, okay? Since I will explain while loop. So in while loop, here you can see that for loop is kind of just iterating over the sequence, but while loop is kind of, it will iterate based on the condition. So that means as long as the condition is true, it will execute that set of statements under the while loop. So that means let me just be comment out this one. While loop, let's say how we can do, let's say if you want to print 1 to 4 numbers, right, we have to give, say I just want to print 1 to 4. then I have to I'm just declaring one variable n equal to 4, and I'm declaring one more variable I equal to 1. Now I have to check while I less than or equal to n, then I have to print the I. So and then I have to increment the I. So you should remember, when using while loop, right, we should use this incremental operator, I mean this plus equal to 1, right? So the otherwise it will be infinity, it will become infinity loop. So that's why we have to increment this I mean this I value to stop the loop at specific condition. So let's see. First time I equal to 1, right? So that means I less than or equal to 4, true. Then it will print 1 I value. Next it will become true. 2 less than or equal to 4. Yes. So it is printing this one. And again it will become 3. Next 3 less than or equal to 4. True. So then it will print 3. And next it will increment to 4. Next 4 less than or equal to 4. Yes, true. Then it will print this 4. And then it will increment to 5. Next 5 less than or equal to 4, false. So it will stop the loop. So this is how it works, right? So while loop is kind of, you can understand now better, right? So it is based on the condition. So as long as the condition is true, right, so it will execute the loop. And once the condition is false, then it will exit the loop. So this is how while loop works. So basically for loop is based on the sequence, while loop is based on the condition. So let me just try to write the same, just in the while loop, right? If I want to print out this thing, so let's do how to do. So for while I less than or equal to n and j equal to 1, and while j less than or equal to I, and let me just print I and end with space. And next I can print new line, and here I have to increment the I plus. So and here also I have to increment this j, right? So this, so if I execute this is how it is in while loop. So here that means first time it is I is 1, 1 less than or equal to 4, and j is 1. So j less I value is 1, right? So uh, j value is 1, 1 less than or equal to 1, true. So it will print the 1. And next j incremented 2, so 2 less than or equal to 1, false. So it will exit this inner loop. And then I plus equal to 1, that means I become true. 2 less than or equal to 4, true. And again j equal to 1, so 1 less than or equal to 2, true. And will print here 2 since I is 2. And j become true again, so 2 less than or equal to 2, true. Then it will print the true. And j become 3, the condition false. So it will come out of this inner loop. And here it is become 3. So 3 less than or equal to 3, true. So this is how, when I become 5, right? So 5 less than or equal to 4 is false, so that why it will exit the loop. So this is how it works. And here I mean in while loop also we can use else statement. So this will execute once that while loop is done. So done. Let me just print out. So if I execute this, you can see it. So after this iteration is completed, then it will print out the statement. So this is how it works in while loop. And so you now you got the difference, right? For loop is based on the sequence, which will iterate the sequences, like it can be string or it can be list or it can be range, right? But while loop uses to iterate based on the condition, okay? And maybe I forgot, like in for loop, right? So if you just to iterate the string, right, we can just give some string, okay? If I print out this, so it will just print out this it will just print out each character in the string. So this is iteration of the print. So and also you can give the list. So you can just give the list, okay? If I just it at this you can see, if I execute this, you can see, right? So it is printing the elements in the list. So this is how works Python, I mean for loop. And in while loop or for loop, suppose if you want to stop, if you want to break the loop, or if you want to skip a specific iteration during the loop, right? So then we can use two statements in Python. First thing, to break the for loop, we can use the break statement, and to stop, I mean to skip the one iteration, we can use the continue. So first let's see the break. Suppose if I want to print out, let's say 1 to 10, okay, just print out I. Just see this, it is printing from 1 to 9. So since we are given one component, right, so it is printing from 1 to 9. Suppose if I want to break the loop, when I greater than 5, let's say, so print, sorry, so I'm just printing the, so see, so that means when I greater than 5, I mean we are breaking the loop using break statement. So let's say what is output. See this, right? It is printing only till 5. Since once this condition is true, so then we are using break statement. So that's why it will exit the loop. So even if the sequence is there, right, but still because of this break loop, it is able to exit the for loop. So this is using a break. And so the same way we can use it for while also. I will tell you that also. So suppose the next thing is, if you want to skip the specific condition, right? So let me see, like suppose if I want to skip when I equal to 3. So then let's see what is the output. See, so we are printing 1, 2, but here we cannot see 3, right? So that means it is skipping when I equal to 3. That means when I become 3, right? I mean, this condition is true, and it is executing this continue statement. So then we'll skip the next entire statements and we'll go to the next iteration. So this is how the continue works, okay? And coming in the while loop also, let's say you have I equal to 1, and while I less than or equal to 10, and you just want to print I, so you can just use this. So you can see that this is still, but yeah, this is, so this is what the mistake we do. So basically what we have to do is we must increment this I, so otherwise it will be infinity loop. So we have to increment this I. So just if I run this, you can see that it's become 1 to 10. Suppose if I want to break it whenever it is something like greater than 5, right? So then we can use break statement. So I have to print out into I. So if I run this, see, right, it is printing till 5. So when I become 6, it is checking 6 greater than 5 true. So it is executing this break statement. So it is exiting the loop. So this is how the break statement works. Okay. Now next is continue. So in while loop, we can use continue statement, like let's say I equal to 1, while I less than or equal to 4, and we're just printing I, and we are making increment of I is 1, and if I greater than I equal to 3, right, we just want to skip. So see this. So see, so it is printing from 1 to like 1, 2, 4, 5, right? Since we have given 0, so we are checking 0 less than or equal to 5. So that's why it is printing from 1, and since we are giving the I, we are just incrementing this, so that's why it is printing 1, 2. But whenever I equal to 3, right, we are just using this continue. That means it will skip the next statements. So that's why it is printing. It will skip. I mean, it skip. I mean, uh, it skips that three. I mean, whenever I is three, then it is executing the next iteration. So this is how it is works in while loop. Next is nested loop. So nested loop is nothing but if we use, as we see while printing that numbers, right? So we were using loop inside other loop. So that is nothing but nested loop. So that is as we see in the example, right? So that is saying like let me just get that code. So this is nested loop what we discussed before, right? So since here we are using a loop inside other loop, so that's why it is become nested. So even here not only we there's no restriction like we should use only while inside while, or we should use only for inside for. There's no restriction. We can use both together. There's no restriction to use only while inside a while. So this is how nested loop works. So let me give you example. So this is one example, and even instead of this rate I can use for. Instead of while I'm replacing while loop, while inner while with the for loop. Okay. So see this. So that means we can use for and while loop together, and if you use loop inside other loop, it is become nested loop. So I think you are clear with the you are clear with this. So I'm just briefing about this session. So first thing we have the loop is nothing but which can do the iterative execution of the specific statement based on the sequence or based on the condition. So we have two types of loops in Python. One is for loop and second is while loop. So for loop most basically based on the sequences like string, or it can be list, or it can be dictionary, or it can be range of functions. So most it will based on the sequences, and while loop is based on the condition. So it will execute the statement as long as the condition is true. So this is about while loop, and the difference I think you got the difference between for and while loop. Now if you want to stop the loop, or if you want to break the loop, you can use the break statement. And if you want to skip the specific iteration during the loop, then you can use during the iteration. And if you want to skip the specific statements, and if you want to execute the next iteration, then you can use the continue statement. So this is all about while and for loop. And inside while and for loop, as we seen, to break the loop or to use the continue, right? We are using some conditional statements, and I mean we can use logical operators for based on use cases. So this is all about for and while loop. That's it for the session. I hope you enjoyed the session. So in the next session we are going to discuss about functions in Python. So I mean definitions Python. So how to write the function or how to call the function. So we'll discuss in the coming up sessions. Okay. And thank you for watching this video. And please subscribe to our channel Coding with Karthik. And please like and share the videos to with your friends and colleagues. Okay. And thank you for watching this video.